Thank you. Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are listening around the world. Let's go on to the next slide, please. To be accountable as humanitarian organizations requires that we make sure women, men, and children affected by an emergency are involved in the planning, implementing, and judging our response to their emergency. Many a time, in slow onset emergencies, such as a drought, we respond to these emergencies with similar forms of assistance to more or less the same people. How effectively do we engage beneficiaries in the decision-making process, and how accountable are we to them? Next slide, please. We usually house our offices in the best buildings and with suitable infrastructure in the response locality based on a need to ensure that we function and that staff and asset security is also addressed. How can we use this infrastructure to more directly engage with beneficiaries with the intention of improving the quality of our response? Next slide, please. In food assistance programs, for example, we do have relief committees and help desks, but this does not automatically result in beneficiaries providing useful feedback on the program due to various issues, which include cultural norms and community power dynamics. Through a project with Info as Aid, World Vision Kenya sought to improve the quality and accountability of the food assistance program. We used the frontline SMS system as an information hub to improve communication as a form of aid and improve communication as a means of improving the delivery of World Vision Kenya's food and cash assistance. We sought to hasten the dissemination of information to communities. We wanted to promote understanding of the food assistance program and of World Vision's Kenya's mandate within this. We also wanted to increase our understanding of community needs and to hear their concerns. We also wanted to collect data on the outputs of the food assistance program in a more timely and accurate manner. And we wanted to improve relationships between World Vision Kenya and the community. Next slide, please. 75 Nokia C101s and 75 solar chargers were handed over to Relief Committee focal point people. Training was provided on how to communicate with affected populations. A local communication officer was also appointed to coordinate and manage the information. Next slide, please. The Information Hub sent out bulk SMSs to defined relief committee focal points with information on meeting times, distribution dates, livestock and commodity prices, and also information on disaster management. A Safaricom, which is a local provider here, modem, was connected to our office computer. Safaricom was used as it had a deal on, at the time, on unlimited SMSs. It was costing us less than 1 pence a day for unlimited SMSs. In addition, Safaricom had the signal strength required in the majority of locations. A frontline form was also sent out that could be downloaded onto a Java-enabled mobile phone and could be sent to the Information Hub via SMS. Next slide, please. By and large, the project did deliver on its objectives, but we did learn key lessons through this process. The bulk SMSs took far too long. Some people received the SMSs the following day, which then wasn't so conducive to the information being sent. In addition, we had technical problems that also arose, requiring the upgrading of the frontline SMS software. The communities also were not so receptive in sending out the forms via SMSs. They said that they wanted to speak to someone directly or send someone an SMS directly, not filling out a form and sending the form. This is because this is what they were used to. We also had challenges with the solar chargers as they proved less reliable. This actually affected the project. What we learned was many of the relief committee focal points had not used solar chargers before, and so they reverted back to electricity. Next slide, please. Going forward, we as NGOs believe we have a great deal to offer mobile network operators, especially in terms of getting new customers, and this project showed us that. Also about providing information to MNOs on how mobile phones are used in remote rural locations. We can also seek to partner so that we can look at how the MNOs and ourselves can expand the products that they offer, such as the cash transfer systems. Where we have cash transfer programs which work as safety net programs, we would like to work with the mobile network operators to ensure that this money gets to those living in remote locations. Many of the emergencies we respond to in Kenya occur where population density is very low. And speaking to the MNOs, we see that this doesn't make business sense for them. But we believe that as agencies, as well as the MNO and governments, we need to find a solution to this problem.